Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the OpenONU group call on April 20th. This call is being recorded and will be uploaded on YouTube, so please be mindful of what you speak and share. Now coming to the agenda, we have the first item, panic while decoding EVTOCD-ME. It's fixed in adapter, still needs physical testing in Berlin. I don't know who is working on this, but at the moment, the Berlin part is not accessible due to some issue in the router. I don't know if that is fixed yet, but can someone provide an update on who is working on this? I'm sorry. Anyone here is working on this item?
Didn't we push a fix for this?
Who?
I don't know. I was asking, didn't we push a fix for this?
Not that I'm aware. Do we have a Jira for this, by the way?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I think I didn't attend the last call, so
I remember before Easter I pushed some improvements for to hardening the received answers from the ONUs, but I don't know if this is meant. If we would know which Jira number this is, then we could be more specific, probably.
yeah. Okay, let me make some notes here. So. Yeah, I think I got the Jira here. I think it's wall 4655. Panic in is successful response with MIP data sync handler if decoded message layer is nil. Is this the one? Does this make sense?
Can you share it?
Yeah, I mean Andrea is sharing. So okay, let me do one thing. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Would that stop the recording, Andrea?
No, go ahead.
Okay, just. Okay. I believe you are all seeing my screen, so I'll go ahead. Just interrupt me if you don't. So is this the Jira that issue that we are talking about? The main issue here is that EVT.
Girish, we're seeing Slack.
You're seeing Slack? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do
you see the Chrome now?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I see that this is the one I delivered. If you go to the Garrett review, then you would see that it is merged, I think.
Yeah. There's this panic in ESAX. I'm not sure if this is the issue that that was mentioned in the notes, but this is the closest I could find by looking for panic EVTOCD.
And it was the one where a chip proposed some proceeding, and more or less I implemented this proposed proceeding from chip there, and seems to work.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious if this is the issue that was being talked. I think that is the issue. I mean, if I look at the notes. Thanks, Holger, for the fix. Now, Any further comments on this one? Else we go to the next item. Okay, Atron 611 ONU GPON back and forth testing, testing with the development team. So, any progress on this one?
Yes, there's progress. Actually, I spent nearly the whole day for this with the Chinese debug sessions with the Chinese colleagues. And actually, in one of the debug loads they provided, the problem was disappeared, but they have to gather all the changes they made. And but I'm optimistic that this issue will be fixed soon. But if we already at this point, we have also another opportunity to cope with this. I think end of March, I pasted a test load into our Slack, Atran Dev Slack channel, which we should test at the Atran pod in Berlin with 611 ONU, because one alternative of fixing the ONU load is to fix the configuration, because the root cause of this issue was that the maximum gem payload size in the GAL Ethernet profile was configured much too low. It was configured to 48 bytes, and this is a very low number. That means that all packages which are sent are fragmented to 48 bytes packets, and this isn't actually probably not supported by every ONU physical chip. And the load I provided increases this size to 2048. What I have learned is that most of the ONUs does not care about the setting at all. So actually, we have also to become clear how to deal with this setting. Actually, it could be that it could be a new configure option, but this would be error prone in my understanding, because if you, for example, configure a small size here and some of the ONUs are not supporting it, then we have a problem that we have no traffic at all. And my idea would be to set it to 2048 bytes if the test is successful at the Berlin pod, and to leave it for the time being. Andrea, do we have any opinion about it? Or
so
to
the
deal with this?
pod, unfortunately, the pod is not yet up. So that is an issue. I mean, the pod is up, the VPN is not. So we're trying to fix that with Bjorn. And yeah,
actually, it has not high priority, but we don't have to leave it out of sight.
Yeah. Let's keep it there, and as soon as the pod comes back in, we can do the testing together.
Mm-hmm. The question is if I should already provide a fix.
Sure, why not? To push it up on Gerrit, and so we can start taking a look at it.
Yeah. So because I would keep it simple for the time being, and only to increase the value and not introducing a new configuration value, right?
Yeah, but did you say that not all ONUs support this configurable, and if we try to configure, would there be an issue? Or if
but it seems that the ONU 611 is caring about is considering it in some way, and has a problem with the small value. We have currently a constant defined in ONU adapter which sets this value to 48 bytes, and it means that even the Ethernet packages or even the all configuration packages are splitted up, and it seems so that not all ONUs can cope with this. And as far as I learned was that it should be configured to a big value, to prevent any splitting of packages. But there seems not. But according to the OMSI standard, is completely free. You can completely configure from 0 to 4K packet. I don't know. And
yeah, I mean, I think we could set it to the max allowed configuration.
That means, and if we sometimes get a requirement by operator that he wants to configure it, then probably we can introduce configure Helm configure value, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, then I will provide an easy fix for this, and we can test if once the pod is up and running again, then we can test it completely with the ONF test group. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Holger, again. Software update in 2.8. I think this is talking about backporting all the fixes. Where do we stand here? So I see some patches being referenced here. Holger, I believe it's you who is working on this.
Actually, it is BBSIM. I currently not took it over completely. Is anybody working at the BBSIM?
No,
still working or not?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
I backported all the software update patches or tests from master to 2.8. And in 2.8, there was in BBSIM not everything implemented. And we decided that it's not urgent to backport all the BBSIM patches because the test running without these patches, because I have switched off some further checks in the test. So we can leave it as it is. And I think the backported to 2.8 in the BBSIM is not necessary. I think 2.8 will live half year, I think. And then it goes down, and it's no benefit.
No,
to
I agree.
it.
I agree. Let's skip that.
Yes.
So I just strike it out, and we don't deal with this for now anymore, by the way. That's what I understood, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. One item off our list. I don't think we have any. Is Osk on the call?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll skip that. And now next item, VoIP. I believe this again I don't think we have an update on this.
Nope.
Okay. Oh.
So scroll down, Girish. So those were the if there is an update, let's talk about it. This was the actual agenda.
Okay, good. FTTP patches. Is there a requirement to transmit single packets on ANCP VLAN? Do we have Abhilash on the call? I guess no.
No, and I haven't asked him and no reply from him, so I really don't know what to do. I would say that unless something arises, let's keep it like this.
Okay. Memory leak and long-term tests. I'm just trying to look at the last updates. Now, AAA in ONUs, check what backing map is used, check if PPSIM resend the E report packet. Torsten, I believe you had some patches for this. Is it you who can provide a good update on this?
Sorry, I was on mute. No, my patch was only for prevent pending flows in ONOS, but the AAA issue, I think there is a bug written by Theo because there's a problem in BBSIM. This is vol 4701.
Yeah, so there was this bug that was found by Theo that actually he found two things. One thing was that BBSIM sometimes forgot to restart the service, so forgot to resend the EPOL packet, and that was causing some issues in one of the iterations. But in other iterations, the issue that he was seeing was that there is a slowness being introduced in ONUs. Not in all of the iterations, but in some of the iterations, probably related to garbage collection, probably related to like, I don't know what, that swamps the processes. There's a lot more time before the threads actually pick up the removal of the subscriber, and that makes the test fail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so we are investigating on this.
Okay.
But Torsten, you said we have seen that something was mixed up with this volume, right? With this vol number. There was a Garrett patch what submitted, which actually not belongs to this this Jira, right?
Right, that's correct. There was something wrong.
What do you mean by something wrong?
I think Matteo mixed something. If you can open the Jira.
What Jira was that? Of Wall 4701?
Wall 4701. Right. And there's a closed Jira change, but we don't believe that it's belonged to this issue.
Okay.
Or he did it to get more information. That's also possible.
This is too generic. Check. If someone finds it, just let me know. I can.
Wait, hold on. I might have it.
Yeah, while you're looking for that, I mean, I see Ken created some ticket for adding some states in a reason codes to the ONU while it's being deleted or being disabled, and that could help from an external perspective to react to to know what state the device is in before executing any further commands. Definitely could be useful in the test. I have assigned it to myself for now, but I'll try to work on this as soon as I can. So basically, he's suggesting to have different reason codes like deleting failed, disabling failed, for the reason codes.
It means so you will introduce new reasons and not states.
Yeah, the new reasons. Right now it's on OMCI flows pushed, while it's still being, for example, if the flows are pushed and if the device is being deleted, if the delete takes quite a while, I mean, you would still see the reason code as OMCI flows pushed, for example. So I think this came up during system tests, that having these reason codes could actually help, rather than just depicting a wrong reason code, so to say, for quite a long time. I mean, if delete is taking for quite a while, you don't want to, depict the wrong reason code for a long time.
Hmm. Is this guaranteed that everybody, every image is looking at the reason, not the state for any decisions?
I mean, I'm not suggesting that someone should look into this for any reason, but if someone looks into this, I mean, it should not give a wrong picture.
Okay, that's reasonable.
And also updating this reason code, is not quite complex. I mean, generally we suggest that these reason codes are used for, it's useful only for developers, but again, making this changes, it's not quite complex. I mean, it's just a reason code. You just update the reason code, when that particular operation is being done on that device.
When would deleting failed be set? Is it necessary?
I mean, in our case, deleting is always a success, but I think he just put it, I mean, if for any reason, delete failed, I'm not quite sure. I think he just, put the reason codes, I mean, whatever came to his mind, he just put it.
Okay, we could have it, but probably not use it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll use it. Anja, did you happen to find the Jira?
I posted on the chat, yes. So I think it's that one, if I'm not mistaken.
3. And is it okay if I assign this to you, or do you want to take a look and later assign this to yourself?
I was planning to take a look at some point. It's not very high on the list of priority because it happens around the 70th iteration of that many ONUs. So while it is an issue, it's not of the highest priority. That is what I'm saying. It is important to fix. It's just that 70 deletion of 256 ONUs is what? 14,000 something, 14,000 deletions. So I feel that is not of the highest priority.
Any further comments on this one?
Interesting is that it only appears in case of ATT workflow.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the current runs. I think I was still seeing that failure. I mean, the job is failing because of that. If I just takes a while to load this page. Probably it's not a Yeah, so I mean, it happens at, after a very huge iteration, but the memory leak tests are actually running huge number of iterations to see if there was a memory leak. So at some point it fails. I mean, even though if it's after a huge iteration, it still causes the test suite to fail. I mean, that's the point. But I mean, it's not a big issue, but it's a small enough issue to cause this test suite to fail. Anyway, I think I saw the same failure in the latest job as well. I mean, it's still running, but it actually failed in the AAA test. It's good that I don't think we are seeing the panic anymore, for which I submitted a fix. And thanks for merging that patch. Anything more to add?
I think the pending add and the pending remove is solved by the sleep. Don't know why, but it doesn't appear since the patch is merged.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Torsten. Anything else? Okay, then now to the next item. I see this is done.
Actually, done is too much. I think it is just started, because what is done is that the communication between ONU and ONU adapter, whether the ONU supports extended and baseline format or only baseline format, and also the BBSIM was I adapted a BBSIM to be able to send get responses in extended message format, but all the stories you see below, actually, I don't know if all, but most of them are still to be implemented. For example, web upload, software upgrade, PM, and so on. There are still something to do at BBSIM side and also at the ONU adapter side.
Okay. Okay.
So I would remove this done statement. In progress.
Mm-hmm. Do we have? I mean, I see these JIRAs are created. Are we working on some of these? Okay. Okay. I think all of them are to do for now, but yeah, thanks for creating these tickets.
Actually, I started to work on the BIP upload one. I can update it to in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Any more updates on this? Else we will go to the next item. Okay. Testing the memory leaks. I think we just discussed some aspects of this. So the remaining issues are, one is the AAA, but that's on low priority. But are we seeing any further problems on this?
You mean according memory leaks? No.
Yeah. Memory leaks.
No further things.
Okay.
But to the next topic, I saw it in two further pipelines, I think 187, I'm not sure, but there it happens 2 times again.
Sorry, what was that? I just lost you.
The Unitech test cases in the pipeline, the same issue as mentioned here appears again and again. I don't know if Hardik works on this.
Yeah, I have to check with him. I mean, he submitted a patch yesterday for Volta system test.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure.
I think it's unrelated, Girish.
Yeah, it's unrelated. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm not sure who is working on this, but I mean, if you think Hardik was supposed to work on this, I can check with him and get you an update. But yeah, I don't have anything to. No, let me check with Hardik. You know, I could tag him, but I'm not sure if he monitors this. So I'll assign this to myself and I'll check with him.
The last topic, to use the REST API from ONUs, I started to analyze what to do, and yes, I make some progress, but not started to implement it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will try to implement a prototype, and then let's see what happens, what is missing, or if everything is there we need. Not sure at the moment, but I started.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks. Okay, I think that's all the topics in our agenda. Do we have something more that we need to discuss?
Yes, there's one further point. Perhaps you can go into the comments or to the chat. I pasted the Jira there. As you know, I restricted a little bit the check of the answers of the ONUs to make some hardening in the ONU adapter to do not fall aside when the ONU sends wrong or not standard conform OMSI responses. And now we saw in our lab here, it was one of the legacy ONUs that it is sending table attributes during BIP upload. And therefore, now in the 2.10 implementation, the BIP upload is interrupted and not continued.
Okay.
And if a chip would implement this story, then we would not have any problem with it anymore, because then he would try to decode the message up to the table attributes and send us this okay message, and then additionally send us an unknown attribute layer where we get this table attributes, and we could output it in the BIP template. But this story is not implemented yet, and the question is now if it would be okay for the time being until this story is implemented, that we try, even if we get a not standard conform BIP upload answer from the ONU, that we nevertheless ignore this message and try to continue the BIP upload and try to bring the ONU up. actually, that's I think the risk is minimal. I think the risk would be that probably some MEs are missing in the BIP upload database, but the ONU would come up. The other way or the other side would be that we are not able to bring up the ONU at all. That was the question, if I should relax here my check and say, okay, I've received a non-standard conform answer in the upload next response, but I will try to continue the bring up.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point. I see the fixed version is tagged as 2.10, and I believe Chip intends to fix this in 2.10.
Actually, that would not interfere with this fix. If we would have a fix, then we would run into another branch of the error check, and then we would get more, as I said, more information in the MIP template and also this unknown attribute layer. But up to then, some kind of temporary fix would be in place to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay, but I think the problem you describe is, I mean, you could, with that workaround, you could still ignore some genuine errors and you know, make the ONU up even if there was some genuine problem. But I would.
Nevertheless, I would throw a warning or something like this that there was an invalid answer, and as I said, try to finish the BIP upload process.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, just throw the warning and have some comments in code.
Okay, then I will try to implement such a workaround. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, then. Talk to you next week. Thanks everyone for all the great work. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.